Hello, Anthony. Hello, Debbie B. Just let me sort myself out. I'm Steve. Hello, Sam. Now I've got to figure out how to do this now. Settings. Come on. So it's not there. Present. That's it. Share screen. So go share that. So I'm sharing myself, aren't I? So hang on a minute. So right, that's it. Now, if I click back, I'll probably click back onto myself, so I have to go onto YouTube to see if it's bloody working. Ugh. It's not working, is it? Or is it? Is it working? It's not showing, John. Hello there, Tracy. See that? So if I go to that, that's a YouTube. I'll refresh that. Why is it not showing? So I'll move that. Stop screen. Right, let's see. Screen, share screen. Entire screen. That's better. I click that and I click that. Right, yes, that's. So if I click that, which is No Senses video, I hope it's come up. Yeah. Right, there's been a lot of talk about like why John Six Sense is making this video about because he's not really slagging off. I'll stop it there. So Mr. No Sense, as says, it's been horrendous because Bagans has been personally attacked. Now, there's no evidence of this at all in John Six Sense's video. If I go to this here, lot, this is Nick Goff. It all started off with this video here, Nick Goff. It's like me. I don't understand that where he says I've been misled. You know, it's like me going in the dock and saying, "My lord, I am not guilty of an armed robbery. That Clive gave me a gun to hold up a post office because I was misled. He misled me. I thought it was a joke, but apparently it was real, but I was misled." You know, so in that statement he's just made, I think that's just a cop out. where he goes, I've never had any extramarital affairs. Well, where did that come from? Unless you're guilty. Unless you're guilty of having extramarital affairs, where does that come from? You know, I'm not guilty of having an extramarital affairs because I live on my own. You know, or just listen to him again. It just amazes me. I was misled. Oh, misled. But like I say, John Sixpence and what he's saying in the video, there's no actual proof that hate has been drawn toward Zak Bagans. You know, this guy's not sending hatred to Zak Bagans. He's only explaining himself. And the people that are coming forward now are probably friends of this Nick Ross, and you know, and helping him. But it got me. Why would John Sixpence make this video? So I go on Paranormal Blights and I read some of their comments, and they say it's all for views and that, which it is. It's all for views. But I first heard about this when I was just trolling. I was trolling Gods of Britain. Yes, folks, I was trolling. I'm a terrible troll. And this is a video that he put up. So, like Lee put this video up 11 days ago. It's got 93k views. And I reckon, and John Sixpence saw this because he does mention it. He mentions it in this video somewhere, that where he talks about Ghosts of Britain jumping on the bandwagon and stuff like that. And that if Zach said, "Would you work with me?" Lee would say yes. You know, it's all in this video here. That is, but I think he's a bit jealous of Lee because, like I say, it got 93k views, and if we go back to Ghost of Britain, you know, he's talking about it here. He's talking about it, and it's going on again. You know, so there's tremendous interest in why, like about Zak Bagans. Can't hear it. I'll probably turn the volume down. No sound on the video. Ah. It don't say anything here about. Oh, let's go to settings. Audio. Default speaker, default microphone, echo cancellation, recording, new. That got something to do with it? Please note recording settings are disabled while live, so it's probably something to do with that. Okay. Visual background. Oh, look here. Oh, I've got a better background. Oh, that's a bit better, isn't it? Oh, I'm another brick in the wall here. Oh, my flat has improved. Hey, my flat has definitely. I can even play the piano now. Oh, it's a bit glitchy, though, isn't it? A bit glitchy. I never knew you could do this. Just refreshing it. I ain't got a nice. Well, I ain't got a flat no more. It's an house, isn't it? I've no sound. I'll have to figure that out. Because this live streaming nonsense, they've updated it. I never realised you could do this, put a background picture. It's better than my flat, isn't it? I look a bit fuzzy though, don't I? Hey? I look a bit like blurry. What's that? We can hear you, Simon, just not on the bit. I'll have to sort it out on the next time I podcast. Yeah, I just thought like to myself, like, what? Why would he make this video? And I think he's made it because he's probably jealous to death of Lee, which he is. You know, because like Ghost of Britain keeps getting stronger and stronger. And people are saying like Ghost of Britain's buys viewers or whatever. If they do, it's up to them. You know. But he's built his channel up for all the drama and everything. He's got past it. It's still got a lot of people that don't like it. Oh, I don't like this background. I'll have to change it. Do my eyes in. So where did it come from? Settings. Layout. No. Oh, visual background. That's it. I have a green screen. What do I? None. Blur. Oh, that's a bit better. Blur out the background. Yeah, that's a bit better. Blur out the background, eh? Well, I do find it interesting why. And he's tried to reinvent himself, isn't he? You know, with all the bad publicity he had. And now he's trying to clean up his act. I don't know if they've got rid of the shop. That's he says, like, I told everybody I was only having it for a year. But strangely enough, I never heard that. And I do find it very strange where the income comes in. Because, like I say, they don't make money like they used to on YouTube or Facebook. And that's what he's doing now. He's trying to build up his YouTube channel. To make money. But where does he get his money from? You know, he says he doesn't claim mobility, but obviously with his breathing and his mega illnesses, but he says he doesn't claim, you know, a bit like his mobility card that he hasn't got, you know, because he did say he hasn't got a mobility card, but he showed his number plate. So somebody put his number plate into that YouGov and then found out that it's registered as a disabled car. he had to come clean about that one, didn't he? He couldn't lie about it. But like, he's not a very nice person, and he's trying to clean his act up to make money. But I don't even been watching like that Zak Bagans, and because I don't watch Ghost Adventurers. I don't watch that Nick Groff or the other one, because they just entertain. In my book, when it goes on a TV program, then you can 100% say that it's not paranormal. You know, because like you say, it's an entertainment channel. Are they good at entertaining? Well, obviously they are, because that's why they make that much money out of it. They're very good at entertaining and showing you lot fake ghosts, and some people believe it. You know, where I don't. I think to myself, with a logical brain, you know, well, that like it's just for entertainment purposes. I'm all right, thank you. Like, I did come on earlier. I don't know if it was yesterday or today. I can't remember. I think it. God, I've got a bit of a cold because I lost my channel. That's why I've not been on. I would say I'd like to thank everybody that sent me birthday wishes. I still ain't got around to that yet, because I lost everything. I lost my Facebook. I lost my YouTube channel. I think I spent around 2 weeks trying to get it back. I'm trying everything. Oh, it's a nightmare. Honestly, when you forget your email address and you forget like uh, your passwords, it's just absolutely nightmare. And so being sober for 2 weeks, that don't help either. You know, when you're sober, I can't think. Yeah, but I just. And the strangest thing is, I've got this account, and it's an old account, but somehow it had Rant of the Day on it, and that's how I got it back. Because like Google don't do Google Mail anymore. It's Gmail. And this account is like googlemail.com. And they had to send me alerts on the phone. And I didn't have this phone. I gave it back to Clive. And then I realised it was in my old SIM card is in it with all like the phone numbers. So every time I tried to recover it, it went back to the old phone. But like, I should try to get on YouTube now more often and start ranting. But nobody wants to hear me rant about anything else but John Sixcents for some reason. You know, the rant about braving demons. You know, nobody wants to know. You rant about Dan Duffy, nobody really wants to know. But they're all fakes in the paranormal, all chasing the money, all chasing the views, all secret, like John Sixcents says, they're all slagging each other off. You know, John Sixcents has worked with most of them. I don't think he's worked with Proven Demons, but I could be wrong. But I think he's worked with Dan Duffy. Who was the other one? The latest one he worked with, Guinea Pig, wasn't it? Does he come from Rotherham? Powerlifter. You know, he worked with him, and he don't like John Sixcents, but he worked with him. You know, probably just to get the views. And I think that's what community does. But I am proof that you can make some very good friendships. Like Nanny Lynn, when I met Nanny Lynn, we struck a bond. Uh, John and Lindsay, you know, I should have gone to there, but I can't stand fishing. They've got a caravan uh, in a fishing compound. In fact, I should have rang him up and told him I was going live, but I forgot again, as usual. It's not my channel, it's your channels. You know, I just sit here whinging. You know, I drink and whinge. I put my eating on and I forgot I put a thermal top on underneath this, and now I'm bloody sweating. I'm, I'm bloody sweating. I'm looking at his background. Right, go back to settings. Go to visual. Go to it. That's better. So I didn't realise you could do all this. So if you've got a green screen, hey, look at this. Hey, Nigel Farage. Hey, and you can upload backgrounds. Try. Is that me? Yeah, that's me. I'll cancel that. Does that work? Back outside my own house. Behind me, actually, is me. If I can't move, get out of the way. Look how young I was there. Hey, God. I've still got the hat in the car. Ugh. That looks awful. So I didn't realise you could do it. I know I read things and I never test them out. But I knew like StreamYard was updating things, that you could do certain things, and it's like uh, it's like that you can have at the bottom. Look, please be respectful to other channels and people. And then I thought, what's this one? I'm only human after all, you know. But it makes me laugh. I'm slagging them off, and I'm telling you what, you know, please be respectful. Bit of a contradiction in terms, isn't it? Look, please be respectful to other channels and people. And then me, I go and slag them all off, you know, because I do think it's funny. I've got lots more games to get for my channel. I've decided to bring classic board games back. So people are interested in all sorts. You know, it's hard to get established. Me, I get established and then I bugger myself up by not going live. I go to the pub. You know, if I kept my own ass instead of getting rid of it and moving into this flat, you know, I'd be going live more often. But because I live underneath Clive and we could go to the pub together and everything, 146 subs just by doing more. Yeah, and having a laugh. And that's all you do. You just have a laugh. You know, when I first started YouTube, deleted all the videos, but I could drink a bottle of bourbon and I'd fall off my chair and fall asleep on the floor, and everybody would be watching me, wondering where I've gone, and I fell off my chair and I'm sleeping on the floor. Because, and then I used to slack Mark Smith off, and people like wouldn't know what's coming out my mouth. And I was swearing all the time. But it just gets me why people fall for these channels. You know, you look at some of them on YouTube and they catch some incredible evidence. Because I was thinking of doing it. I was thinking of searching YouTube is see what people have caught, genuine evidence, but there's not a lot of it. But like I say, even though most of them are entertainments, one day they're going to walk into an house that is haunted, and it'd be quite funny to see them shit themselves, you know, and run out and don't go back. And then that says it all, doesn't it? They're not investigators. It's just an entertainment channel. I'm not going back there. It's haunted. Well, you're making a program that it's haunted. You know, you just actually shown it is haunted, and you're an investigator, and you're that. You know, that's what makes me laugh at John Sixpence. You know, it says he's an investigator. No, he don't investigate anything. You know, to me, a ghost hunter, if that door opened, there's only me in the flat now, so if that door opened, I want to know why that door's opened. So I've checked, all my windows are closed around the house, so there should be no draft. But like, I'd have to check that window at the side. I'd have to go out into the hallway, into my kitchen to make sure there's no window open there, into my bathroom because it's all on one side, into my bedroom, check the front door didn't come open on it. Well, it shouldn't do because it's locked, because I locked myself in. You know, being on your own, you have to protect yourself, being old. You know, but oh, you're in a crowd. I wish there was. I'm at the top floor. Bloody hell, it's a killer. You gotta see me going up the stairs with me shopping. I've had my eyebrows done today, look. I've had my hair done. I washed my clothes, but I didn't iron them. I don't iron anything. Now I'm on the third floor, so I've got quite a few steps to climb. And at the moment, my body is doing awful things to me. Without being crude, I find it very hard to write my own backside. You know, and I have pains down my chest. I get out of bed in the morning, I'm like, oh, I have to slide out of bed like that. And then, oh, I eventually get up. Oh, I get up. Oh, I'll sit there for 5 minutes. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I've got to put my socks on. I've got to. I used to laugh at old blokes years ago. Well, I used to walk down the street and think like they've got no socks on. And I used to laugh, think it was funny. I don't think it's funny anymore. Life has got a funny way of getting you back, hasn't it? Hey, it's not funny now. I sit at the end of the bed and I think, oh God, I've got to get my socks on. I've got to bend over. You know, trying to put your socks on and tie your shoelaces up. Oh, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Oh, you go to the doctor, I've got aches and pains here, and I've got pains here, pains here. Oh, I can't get out of my chair. It's like, if I get out of this chair now, I feel like I've got to, when I stand up, I feel like I've got to flop back down into the chair. I don't really want to. I'm happy where I am. They'll say like, oh, it's your smoking, it's your drinking, it's your lifestyle. And they're probably right, but we're all going to die one day. And unfortunately, I'm going to die happy. I'm not giving up my bourbon. I'm not going to give up smoking. I think it's what I need is a bloody job. Because while you're not working, I've said it before, you're doing nothing all day but sitting down. It's no good for you. And people could say, like, oh, you could go out for a walk round the park. Well, you could, but you'll probably get mugged nowadays. You probably get mugged walking around the park. Without sounding racist, I live in a highly populated, multicultural society. And some of these multicultural people are actually villains. They are absolute villains. So you go to walk in your multicultural society in a park and then get fucking mugged. So I'd rather stick in my flat and be safe. Thank you. I'll probably get called racist now, wouldn't I? But you can't say what you mean nowadays, can you? You just can't say it. Rather than be safe and sorry. Well, I'd rather be safe than sorry. But like I say, you can't go out. Uh, you go out and it starts raining and you're cold and you want to go back in the house, don't you? But like when you're working, it's different, isn't it? You're using all your muscles in your body, and even though you ache at work, you feel better in yourself. And I think that's what it is. I just sit here. I've had this program on my telly for like me and Clyde bought it for 70 quid, where you can have all the channels on your telly from all over the world. I can get on my telly uh, Israel television, Australian television, American television, uh, and it's all live. It's like a streaming platform. And I bought it so I could watch the Derby games. And when I bought it, I says to Clive, it's a pile of shit, isn't it? I can't get a note on it. Can't find a Derby game. I can't get no football. There was football on it, but you didn't know who were playing. You know. And then I spent a couple of days at John's and Lindsay's, and John says to me, so I was telling him, and he says, you want to update your creche? So when I come home, I had a look at it. I'm going into my settings, and I thought, what's he on about? Creche? There's no creche here. There's nothing here. And I'm going like, well, because they're all in nickel boxes. I go to one box, and it says, Simon's device failed. And then above it, download. So I clicked it like, not knowing what it does, I just clicked it because it said download. Oh, it is FedEx, that is own YouTube channel, and I've uploaded on there one video so far. He mentioned it when he went live on his Facebook page. They're all chasing money. It's like his jail, you know. I've seen him loads of times, but I don't know him because I've never really spoken to him. But I have seen him around the town centre and that. And I do feel what he does because he is an historian, first of all. So he did his history and he knows his history. He's got a degree in history. You know, so I can see why he's interested in ghosts. You know, so I'd rather believe him, but because he went on the what you call it, most haunted, he knew what they were doing, but it reflected bad on him, didn't it? It really did reflect bad on him. So now I think to myself, because I used to like him, I think, well, is he a fake? You know, and I have to come up with what I believe, not what anybody else, because ultimately it's what I believe. That he knew that Most Haunted was faking it, and he never said anything. He did it for the money. And he has this jail that people have to pay exorbitant prices to investigate it on the claims that he actually saw a ghost. You know, because he said he saw a ghost in there. And he says people go in there and they feel this, and they probably do, I don't know. You know, but is it worth, 500 quid to investigate something? Yeah, I bet it was a brilliant night. I'm not slagging the bloke off. I'll slag him off for his prices. You know, like if I want to go on my own and hire it on my own, I have to pay 500 quid to hire it. I ain't got 500 quid to waste on that. Maybe if I ever win the lottery, then I could do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think he is a nice, genuine person. But like I says, he worked with Most Haunted, and he must have known when they got caught faking, and he was working with them, he must have known they were faking. So what he was doing, he was working with them just solely to get a wage, just to get the money. And that reflects bad on him. I'm not slagging him off because we all have to work. But some people have got better morals, ain't they? Some people will say, well, I'm not doing that. You know, and probably they ain't got a mortgage that he's got, that he has to pay for. And he is quite knowledgeable. You know, if you go to his ghost tours around Derby, his son does it now, mostly. And they know all the history and everything. See, I don't follow him on Facebook. I don't follow anybody really that much on Facebook now. I used to follow Tony because I like Tony. I think he's like a genuine, like Richard Felix. He's genuine in what he says, and what he believes in. When he says, "Is it a ghost or is it the bricks and mortar? Hold it like a recording." I used to watch his old videos, and then I saw one of my old mates on one of his videos. I thought, fuck me. Asking him, are you? He'll tell you how to be on like video. He was telling him like this ghost he saw and everything. I thought he's never seen a ghost in his life. That's my mate, not Richard Felix, by the way. But like I say, it's just entertainment, isn't it? I sit in my flat. What was I doing today? That was it. I was laying down. For all you women, I was laying down in the bath. Oh, just relaxing in the bath. I got my feet up in the middle of the taps. I put a sponge there so it was nice and soft for my feet. And I was just relaxing in the bath. And this almighty rail of my stomach, that's the only bit you could see poking out the bath, my bloody stomach. I thought, you fat bastard, eh? That's all you could see, this hump of a whale in this bath. I'm looking, couldn't even see me old chodder to give it a wash. Well, I was just laying there, and I felt this coldness coming to the bathroom, but it wasn't that cold, but it was cold enough that you could feel it, and it was just like a coldness that come in, and it made me think what my mum used to say to me, like about when she used to talk, because she used to read the tea leaves. My mum, she believed in all that jumbo umbo, and she used to say like, you can tell if a place is haunted when you can feel like a draft come through. And then that's what it felt like, a draft. And I thought, well, I've never seen anything. I've heard a couple of bangs in here, but like, the walls are that thin. I can hear the next door neighbour when he's got his television on. So you don't pay any attention to it, do you? And like at night time when you're in bed and you're thinking like you're talking to yourself, and people say like, I forget what the word is now. You're talking to yourself, but you're like, is anybody here? And then a ghost pops out and say, no, we're not. I'll have to look on his website, Richard Felix. But it gets me all these places where like they're so expensive, like to investigate. You've got to get about 10 of you and all put together. And then you've got like 10 people running around. It doesn't make for a very good investigation. I think this is another reason why, like Zak Bagans and Nick Goff, and like I say, it's all entertainment. They have a camera crew and everything. They probably have about 19 people with them, technicians and everything, lighting people. Sounds like somebody's pushing a trolley. Yeah. Right, how long have I been going? 44 minutes. And I think that like that Derby jail now, I wouldn't think he'd got it open because like you have to go in round the back, and it's like a one-way street, and there's nowhere to. Well, there's a couple of places to park over the road with a parking meter, but right at the back of his place, it used to be a car park. and they've fenced it all off now because they're building there for the university. So they're building something for the university at the back of his gate. And I was wondering how people are getting in there to do the ghost hunts, because I don't think you can do it from the front. Now, I know the building quite well because, like, in the 80s, it used to be called the secret place. And lots of people used to say in the toilets was haunted. Or if you go to that spot in the corner, it's always cold. And it used to be a bar, like a nightclub. And it was all arches. And what these arches was all the cells where they've knocked all the walls down and then just left round arches all around the building. Now, I know Richard Felix bought half of the building and he bought the back half, not the front half. So I've never been in because I can't afford to go, like I said. But like years ago, I could get in the 80s, I could get in there for nothing. Well, I think it cost a couple of quid and get the same experience for £2. Rather than what I'm saying, 250 quid. You know, so it was always known to be haunted, that building. Like I say, because I used to go in there in the 80s when it was a nightclub. And me personally, I've never seen anything, and I've never felt any cold spots when I was in there. Probably because I wasn't looking for ghosts, I was looking for a drink. You know, still expensive. It is expensive, you know, especially if you're not working. It's like me, like it's like this talk, I should get out there and do a bit more investigating. But I don't want to do abandoned buildings. I just don't want. I don't want to go into a car shed and call it what did John 6 call it? A watchtower. We're in a watchtower when he's in a bloody car shed or something. And I don't know how many people watches JoJo's World, but we all know John's not an electrician or a plumber or a builder. So I think she meant to say stables off a builder, because all his building supplies are chucked up on the roof. When she shows the shots of the roof, you can see electric lights, you can see pipe work for underground plumbing. And we know, like I said, John's not a builder. See, they don't realise what little clues they give you. You know, they give you all this bullshit. But like me, I look beyond the bullshit and I look at that statement and I think, why would you have lights up there if you're not a plumber or electrician? Or it's got to belong to a builder. You know, there's bits of wood up there. No, I don't think she has this shop anyway. She gave it up. She told everybody she only had it for a year. And to be quite truthful, without slagging her off, that shop was never going to work. You know, if you're going to open a shop like that, you need to put it in a town centre or an high populated area. But I'm sorry, such as in Ashfield, there's something in Ashfield, there's something else in Ashfield, there's Mansfield. You know, they're just like tiny little mining villages. They got upper eight around there. They just put it in the wrong area. Like there's no human traffic, so she was never going to make any money out of it. But they wanted a shop. It was cheap, so they fell for that old trick where I just want a shop and I'm having it just to say I've got a shop. You know, but she said, like, she's let it go. And she did say that she told everybody she was only doing it for a year, which I don't believe because I never heard her say it. Uh, but then again, she could have said it because I don't watch everything they do. I just watch the drama. He's had a couple of shops. And each time he's had the shop, it's always in the wrong place. I went to one of his shops. It was stuck in the middle of an arson estate. That was never going to make any money, because it wasn't selling bread or milk or cheap cigarettes, as the case is today. But unless you're really selling something people actually need, like a local shop, maybe if you open that shop up and sold half of the stuff she sold, but actually sold bread, milk, tin of beans, or tin of tomatoes. How many people think, oh, I'll have tomatoes on toast today? Look in the cup, I've got no tomatoes. I'll just nip to the local shop and buy a tin of tomatoes. So they go in there, they buy a tin of tomatoes and see one of their crystals and, oh, I like that crystal, I'll buy that. Her brain don't think like, well, his brain don't think like that. But like, she did that, did a grocery store, and then for the sideline do a spiritual stuff, but ultimately the grocery store. Maybe she could have kept the shop. Because it's always in the wrong location. If you want that type of money, oh, my phone. You've got to put it in a market or somewhere. I would store that on a Saturday market. I think that's the only way you're going to make it. Not by having a shop. But like I say, they wanted a shop. It sounds good. So they just bought a shop in the wrong location, like he did on his two other shops, always a wrong location. Because, like I said, he's got no sense. Because if he did have a bit of sense with him, he'd have turned it into a grocery shop and then did his sideline from the grocery shop. At least people need bread, milk, sugar, eggs. And then they'll go in there for something. And while they're in there looking around and they see whatever they've got to sell, oh yeah, I like that. I used to watch them, but they blocked me. Not sure why, but well, Beverly, I'll tell you why. You probably went on somebody's channel, either Paranormal Blights, or you went on the Walter Mitty Club, or some other that column, even mine, and you probably made a little comment, and they've seen that comment, and they put your name and oh yeah, comes on our channel, blocking her because that's what they do. On every ghost hunt, they always do. You see them looking at the phones, all of them, even. You've got that Dawn, uh, the big girl that doesn't do any ghost hunting at all. She just sits in a chair. And I reckon she's in a chair like that. John's a fucking bastard. Right, that's deleted. John's a wanker. That's deleted. This show is a pile of shit. That's deleted. And I think that's what she's actually there for, because she doesn't do anything else, does she? Has anybody seen her do anything else? Lots of lopsided. Yeah, that's why he got banned. And they call you and everybody else trolls, but they actually are trolls because they're trolling all the people that slag them off, and they're taking all the names and then barring them, because you've got to admit, it's got to be pretty thick, Auntie. It's got to be pretty thick. This is why I don't bar people. If you want to call me a wanker, you call me a wanker. You want to call me a divvy cunt, you call me a divvy cunt. Now, I'm not going to sit here and get into a slanging match with somebody I don't know. Yeah, they are the biggest trolls. But that's what they call everybody else, isn't it? Trolls. But they go around trolling all them sites and looking for comments. And then when they look at the list of names, oh, yeah, she made a bad comment about me, or he made a bad comment about me, blocked. And then when they say, I've been blocked off John's Sixth Sense and I don't know why, I start laughing. Because this is why like now, I better get I think that's the highest I've got now, 14 viewers. I used to get a lot more. But I've bugging my own channel up. It's my fault, no one else's. I've got no one else to blame but myself. Why? One of the reasons I don't care when I come on. I just come on, I do what I do. Like I said, I should have phoned Lindsay and John up and forgot. Because John says, ring us up because we're not getting notifications. And I forgot and I haven't rang him. So ultimately, this channel is mine. And what goes out is my responsibility. No one else's. So I'm the one that screws it up. But when you go on to John Sixth Sense's channel, you're the ones to blame for screwing up his channel. Not him. Not him calling people fat cunts and fat wankers and what he called Gail Gregory and her children. What he called, what's the name? Can't think of a name now. Our husband never decked him live on air. I do not know. But if it was me, he wouldn't be standing. Well, he would, wouldn't he? Because he's a CP. He knows everything, doesn't he? But the Ultimate Club, they did a really good background check on him. And they really did a good background check on him. I was blocked for PX, Gob, JS. No, you wasn't Shire Ghost. You was blocked, not for asking sensible questions. You was asking questions they don't like and they couldn't answer, so they blocked you. I used to have mods, like if I got any bigger, which I'm hoping to, I'm hoping to like do more videos. I'm hoping to. I keep saying it, but never get around to doing it. Problem me, I need a drink to do this. I can't do this live. I feel uncomfortable. Like I did like earlier on when I made a test video. I thought, oh, I feel so uncomfortable doing this. I'll make a joke. Because I heard a joke about this snail. It was a beautiful day. And I saw this snail like down the path. Oh, it was beautiful. The sun was shining, the snail was moving, and it was singing to itself, this snail singing, song, song, blue. And then you hear the llama go, rat, tat, 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 tat. I thought that was funny. But as I was saying it when I was sober, I felt such a fucking idiot. But when I've had a drink, it doesn't bother me. It just flies over my head. They always block you, and I really do mean this. Like, they all say we like constructive criticism. No, they don't. Because the moment you criticise them, they press that block button. They don't want you to talk again. It's like, I can show you. Let me have a look. Let me have a look here. Right, there's my channel. Do I go into my channel or studio? I think I go into studio. I've got to go to StreamYard, and I've got to go to present, share screen, entire screen, share. Right. Not that one. Not this one, it's that one. Settings, community. Right, this is what I've banned. This is my ban list. Right. Somebody kept putting up these naked videos, so I banned them. Then they tried it again, so I banned them. And that's the only person I have banned where spirits meet science. Got no other blocks, no other bans. And I thought to myself, John Malama was blocked for asking too many questions. He's a dickhead, though. You know, he's been caught out lying, right? And he's got an obsession. He has. He's got an obsession with Eileen, Nicky No, Wayne. He keeps away from me because I'm too intelligent for him. And he knows he can't get to me. Because it's like I say, you know, when people can't get to you, they realise it's just a waste of time. You can call me out you like, and I'll probably agree with you. They have probably got enough fake accounts anyway to watch. You know, they can watch and they can comment, you know, in a fake account. But the reason why I blocked him was he kept coming on and he kept giving the old dig like. And I thought one day, why should I let him have a voice on here when I can't have a voice on him? He won't let me talk on his videos. He's blocked me from his Facebook. He's blocked me from. where that Joanne says, "Oh, I have to make other accounts." Of course, we have to make other accounts, love. Of course we do, because they keep fucking blocking us. You know, we want to hear what you're talking about, love. Hey, can't you get that through to your thickhead? Hey, you know, so you do have to make another account. You know, to find out what people are talking about and get it from the horse's mouth instead of second hand. You know, I don't listen to gossip, even though I do it myself. You know, I'm the right world's gossiper. But it's like, so you have to make accounts, and because they blocked me from Facebook and whatever. You know, I think I'm blocked from Lamis. And like I said, I've not blocked him on here. I've not blocked Eileen. I've not blocked Nicky. No, you know they're the world's greatest gossipers and drama queens, aren't they? Eileen and Nicky, no, and a few others. You know, you got Lami's sidekick. Don't mention me, or I'll make videos of you. You know, and I'll start crying. Oh, no, do I cry? You know, and I know you've had your fair shit about it, Shy goes. And like Lana comes over, like uh, is sympathetic, but with you, eh? With what you suffer with and everything, he didn't mind calling your mum, did he? I've got to call your mother. Now, do your mother know what you're doing? What's it going to do with your fucking mother? You know, you put what you put, and that was it. He made you apologise to him, the fucking wanker. Eh? But he didn't apologise about his lying that I showed. You know, my video's still up there with him, with Wayne and the others. Oh, it was so funny, that video. I bet people are sick of me showing it. I don't know where it is. So if I can find it. I still laugh. When I'm down, when I really am down, I have to watch this video because it cheers me up. My videos. Made that many, so I was thinking I should do what you call it did before he was put in prison, Alex Belfield. But he was a fucking knob, wasn't he? Eh? See, that was another little scumbag liar telling you one thing. And then when it come out in court that he was sending emails to people, I've done nothing to them. They keep sending me emails. But it come out in court, he was sending the emails. Hey, so we have a look at some of John Six Sense's videos. Where are we? Oh no, we're here, aren't we? Well, you can't hear it, can you? You can't hear it. Edit layout, new layout. Picture and picture layout, press. So what's that? I don't know what that is. Add to screen. Add to screen. Don't know if you can hear it. Is it? I don't know if you heard that. Where am I? I'm here. Remove that. Could do with a laugh. Don't know if you could hear that. It's the best thing is just to keep out of it, Shire. You know, they all slag each other off. Eileen, Nikki, no, yeah, no, son. Next time I come live, I've got to work it out and find out why. They all slag each other off. They all say they're not doing the drama and they're going to stop calling each other, but they still do because I don't know. Does it bring out the views? See, at the moment, I'll give up on views and I'll give up on YouTube. I should give up on the bourbon, shouldn't I? I should really give up on it. Hello, Patricia. Oh, I should give up on the bourbon. Uh, I don't know why there's no sound. You've got settings. You've got mute, stop camera, settings. Right. Invite. So in the settings, obviously you've got your camera settings. And you've got your general settings, then your camera settings, then your audio settings. It's got mic and speaker. What, could you hear that? Testing your speakers. Could you hear that? So that's saying everything's all right. Recording. Please note, recording settings are disabled while live. High quality individual audio, a video recording for each guest. Record locally for each participant. So I don't know what that is. So I'll probably have to tick that. Right, broadcasting, go live. Devices. Share video. Set your camera. Next slide, shut the right. Make the broadcasting go live. Solo layer. Open band tab, other. Layout. Yes. So now I can't understand why. I'll have to work on it. So you couldn't hear that sound. So stop screen. Present. Video file. An extra camera. No. I don't know what it is. Slide, extra camera, video file, share screen. Right. Share tab audio is ticked. Windows. So it's not there on Windows. Entire screen. Share systems audio. So if I pick that and do that, oh, got that. So if I go on to this.
His head in his hands every day, thinking, why do I bother? He's put decades into the paranormal community. I mean, I've known about this guy for 15 years. Well, when Gak started Ghost Adventures, and what I wanted to do, I wanted to do more of a balanced view of it all, because I've been scouring the internet, and a lot of you know who watch my kind of videos, especially my talking videos, that I do a lot of research before I start.
You fuckers do a lot of research. You just make a load of bollocks up. Don't you? You've shown nothing you've just already said about him. Oh God, dying. Finger ghost. Whoa. Whoa. Finger ghost. Right, let's get back onto StreamYards. Right, that's better. Can hear it now. Right. So here he is talking about Zak Bagans. Now, like I said, it still says I do a lot of research. He said Zak Bagans is getting a lot of hate, but he hasn't showed Zak Bagans is getting a lot of hate, has he? And now he's saying, as you all know, I do my research. So in this few words, he's done no research, he's just thrown it together.
Doing this type of video. And out of all the videos that I've been looking for, I've only found one kind of balanced video, and that was on Laney and Ben's channel. So please go and give follow Laney and Ben.
I have only found one channel. Ooh, playing with his nipple. Where are we? No sense. Here. No. Let's go to here. Copy that. Let's put that up here. Let's go to here.
Mr. Zak Bagans. Now,
so he's not gone to Ghost of Britain, has he? Where like Zak Bagans drama, third person comes out. Now a fourth person has come out. Kindle Spirits. It's nothing to do with Zak. What's this one?
Hi there, everybody. So I've got some possible breaking news right now. So last night I was sent an email, and it's to do with kindred spirits. I have no idea if the email is legit, but I'm going to read it out. It says, "Hi Lee, I hope you don't mind me sending you this mail. I would like to remain anonymous, please. I have watched your recent videos on YouTube about Destination Fear and Ghost Adventures. I am from the production company Paper Route Productions Inc. Right now, things are not so great for our show, Kindred Spirits. The network has gone silent."
Hang on a minute. What did you say? Did I hear that right?
Hi there, everybody. So I've got some possible breaking news right now. So last night I was sent an email, and it's to do with kindred spirits. I have no idea if the email is legit, but I'm going to read it out. It says, "Hi Lee, I hope you don't mind me sending you this mail. I would like to remain anonymous, please. I have watched your..."
No, I don't. Is that me? Is that me? Or I want to remain anonymous. I received this email last night from Kindred Spirits. I don't know if it's genuine or not. And then he starts reading the bit. Is it me? Am I being stupid here? But it's just shouting them out, ain't he? He's told everybody he's got an email from kindred spirits who want to remain anonymous. But Lee, in his wisdom, has just shouted them out. Well, have you seen, have you seen what it's on a, there was all on that Judge Render, was it? Him and Jesse King. You know, they were a bloody camper van. You know, oh, I don't know. It's all a joke. But like, I just can't believe what I've just heard. I've got to hear it again.
An email, and it's to do with kindred spirits. I have no idea if the email is legit, but I'm going to read it out. It says, "Hi Lee, I hope you don't mind me sending you this mail. I would like to remain anonymous, please. I have watched your recent videos on YouTube about Destination Fear and Ghost Adventures. I am from the production company Paper Route Productions Inc. Right now, things are not so great for our show, Kindred Spirits. The network has gone silent, and there is no news of a new series of the popular hit show Kindred Spirits. We have had no bad dealings with Zak Bagans from Ghost Adventures, and we are not saying it's anything to do with him. There is a number of budget cuts happening right now, and everyone is fighting for the top ratings to keep their show on air. The tensions are very high within the network right now. I will keep you in the loop if anything occurs. Please keep my name and email private if you show this communication mail." So I wasn't quite sure if to talk about this or not, because this is the email of this is not the production company. It looks like it's from a private account. So this has made me go to...
You could win this Mercedes C63, but keep your wallets in your pockets because...
Facebook and Twitter to see if I can find any information to do with this, and it's pretty interesting with what's been said. So I'm going to basically go to Amy's...
You're boring me. You're boring. You see, that's me. I just get bored of it all. I literally do get bored with it all. Yeah, he said it. I gather that now. it's me being a bit drunk. But this is why John Sixth Sense has made his, because Lee's doing it. And Sixth Sense thinks, yeah, I can do it better than Lee. You know, because they all used to work together, didn't they? Brrr. Mummy ghost. Oh, Daddy ghost. Oh, and oh. And she can't get pregnant. They've been at it for hours and she just can't get pregnant. Just can't get a baby ghost out of them. I don't know why. But I do find it fascinating. And it's what Lee says. This bloke is on about, like it's all to do with ratings and who is a top notch, you know, because like, what was it? Mark Smith proving demons, Gobs of Britain, John Sixth Sense where spirit, and I think Ghosts of Britain hit the jackpot, didn't they? They come through it the best. Did they learn from the mistakes? You know, let people call you all kinds of names. Just don't get upset. And when you don't get upset, there's no drama. You know, but the drama comes in when they're upset. Just don't let people upset you. And like I say, if you don't get upset, you get no drama. And then I'm out of a business. So I just love it. The more I drink, the looser my mouth gets. Well, it's all entertainment. That's what it's all about. It's like I say, you don't catch a ghost every night. You know, I said it before earlier on in the video. If that door opens, I have to investigate my flat. You know, I just cannot sit here and say, "Oh, did you see that door open? It's a ghost. My house is haunted." I can't say that because I have to look around. And like I know my front door is locked. I already know that I have no windows open. You know, but I have to get a camera, get my phone, follow myself around the flat on my phone to show you all that I've got no windows open. And there isn't no reason why that door should open. Unless, well, it's not windy here, but if there was a big wind, I suppose the draft could come under your front door. And if it's a big draft, it's such a long hallway, I don't know if it could reach that door to make it open. But there's all possibilities why that door could open on its own. Doesn't mean there's a ghost. But like most of these ghost hunters, they don't explore. They don't debunk themselves. You know, I've heard all kinds of bollocks about what's his name? Stephen Griff, the Ouija brothers. You know, people calling them fake and that. Because they're doing quite well, aren't they? Are they fake? I wouldn't think so, because he does try to debunk. I was fitting a lift once, Shire, and I got all the papers because I was doing the wiring of the lift. So I'd got all the papers on the floor of all the electrical drawings of this control panel that we had to wire up. and I'm looking at them like, and I'm wiring and looking down at them and doing a bit of wiring. Then all of a sudden, the papers just flew up in the air for no reason. And I thought, hang on a minute, that door's shut, with. So I opened the door, and down the stairs is the main door. I shouted to my mate, I said, have you been out that main door? He went, no. I went, fucking hell, that's strange then. He went, why? I said, because all my fucking papers just lifted up in the air for no reason. And the only way I could explain it was is if you went out that main door. He went, no, I haven't, mate. I ain't been out that main door. This is a fucking new build. You know, I don't know what they built like the new build on, but it was just a new build. And these papers just flew up and hit that. There's another thing, because I'm next to the lift shaft and the doors are open. You know, the wind could have come up the lift shaft. The car was halfway up to the entrance that I'm working on, so I could jump on the car, check the wiring of the doors, jump down, check the wiring in the controller. So, you know, there's all possibilities. So now I'm going to leave it there. I do thank you all for watching. I will try to get on tomorrow night, although I am in the pub. But I do thank you all for watching and supporting me. And I will try to get one more often. So have a good night and thank you.